Hey everybody, Bill in Virginia. Welcome back. So you see Jerry's layout sitting over there. I have had a few other projects, house related, that needed to get done, so I set the layout up. Everything is intact, looking good. I have also, I'll do a slow pan here, went to Home Depot and Lowe's, and I got different pieces of hardware, hinges, brass screws, other odds and ends here, as well as jacks for the cable for the throttles. And I am ready to get started. I've got everything I need to wire his layout. And then over here, ooh, it looks like I've got some stuff from Caboose Stop Hobbies in Cedar Falls, Iowa. So I'm not sure what all I got. I'll do a quick segment here in this video of just hobby shop haul. I was actually back in Iowa this past week, for work. I drove, just doing work stuff for a little bit up that way, but also had to take care of some business at courthouse for mom. Just some final little tidbits that I had to do for her estate. And I went up to Caboose Stop Hobbies. I sold some stuff that I had that was too new for a modern era and it would never see the light of day. Got a little bit of money out of that. Bought some stuff here, as well as some stuff from the Wednesday night show, and some stuff that was sort of the barter from what I sold, and then I immediately purchased stuff and used up that money. So I will spread this out, and we'll take a quick look at it here and see what all I got. Well, I really think I need professional help. Oh, goodness. A lot. I just love this hobby. And, I am very well supplied for when I retire, which will hopefully not be too much longer here. But, I just can't believe myself sometimes. So anyway, let's go over to there, an HO scale brass Alco kit, partially assembled. Looks like all the parts are there, so I'm going to have some fun with that. A stack of 3 code 70 switches, N-scale boxcar, ON30, 2 different porters, 040, 042, no sound DC, perfect for what I've got. Over here, a variety of construction stuff, box of wood scraps, styrene bits and pieces. Down over there, there's some corrugated, there's some like people, O-scale car kits there and there, O-scale saws for timber. Over here, just some scenic supplies. Got this little building kit from IHC, and I've got a bunch of those actually, but $4, couldn't beat that. ON30, so this is nice. This one, I paid a little bit more money for. Very well weathered model. I can add a figure, sitting pretty good. Also over here with the other ON30 stuff, there's a guy fishing. He's going to go down in my river scene. I always planned on having something down there, and I got it. Another O-scale car, box full of O-scale windows, all different kinds. Over here, a whole bunch of rusty rail, rusty stumps, production type kits. Well, yeah, I guess some of them are kits. There's some buildings and sheds. A lot of like counters, shelves with stuff on. I'll take off the flash and I can make some really cool stuff in O-scale. Over here, inside of a small shed, detail set. Over here, just odds and ends, again, bits and pieces for later. O-scale fuel pump, circa 1930s, early 40s. So I'm a happy camper. A lot of good stuff from this latest haul. And I did sell some stuff that I had right up there. So I've got room for putting this back in a box and eventually digging it out again to do more. So anyway, let's get back to Jerry's build.
And so they say just push volume and figure it out, right? We'll figure it out live. just fix it, right? That like scrappy attitude, and then now we cannot process the volume because we don't have the right things in place according to the specifications. And then they're perfect that way. Perfect. Not that, you know.
Well, after a long hiatus, I am back working on Jerry's build. I've had more international travel, so I really haven't done anything in like well over a month. But now I'm doing what I can at the bench to start to build Jerry's control panel. So this will hang from here. This will be on the back side of the layout under the 1x3 fascia that I've got on here. So it'll be flush mounted, sort of like this, hanging straight down. That's Jerry's preference. This is on hinges, and you can see how it can lock up like that. And if I can get my hands on here, I can open it up. So be able to easily access the interior of the panel. What I've got is some micro throw switches that Jerry has provided. So I've just got the diagram done using pinstripe tape. My first attempt at putting it down, I think it turned out reasonably well. So what I'm going to do is I will add in the block controllers where it makes sense. There's not that many electrical blocks on this. So there'll be a handful of those micro switches scattered around, not on the tape, but just beside where it makes sense for the individual blocks. Notice big space over here. This is where the plug-in is going to be for his handheld controller. Now the power pack, as I think I'm going to be able to do, the power pack will be behind the panel under the layout. There'll be essentially the phone cable going from the power pack to a splitter that I'll have in the back, because then I will have another one of these on the other side of the layout. Now Jerry wants the power panel to be on an end. Actually, I think it's going to be on this end of the layout. And then this, a little sub will be over on the other side so that Jerry can unplug and walk around. If he wants to do more over on this side, he can. If he wants to do more over on this side, he can. He didn't want it on the front or the back, simply because he's got a desk that this is all going to sit on, so that he has space for doing his work and modeling. So that should work out well. So I will be able to get everything on the back side of this. And then what I'm planning on doing is for like my common, I'll have a series of strips back here so I can do common for black. Red will come into the switches. I will put in like a eye bolt in here so that I can run the cables from the switches down. I'll have them grouped in, and then off and out and under the layout. The layout has a bunch of these holes drilled in it in the cross pieces already so that I can run my wires. And since this is just a single layout, I will have it so that my wires directly connect to the switches. I'm not going to have a block where I can take things off. Like I said, I will do it for the black, the common, just so that I can run it, because I don't need to run those to the switches. But we are again making progress, so we'll see what I can get done this weekend. Yeah, a little farther along on Saturday afternoon, I've got the holes drilled for the toggles. So you can see the toggle switch here. Simple, on, off. Really nice little micro switches. So very small, be easy to wire those in on the back. And we're making progress. So I'm going to get these in. Then what I'm going to do is I will just anchor this in place and get a hole drilled in the back for the feed wire to come into it. So once I get this part done, I can attach it to the layout, and then we can go from there. All right, the external assembly of the control panel is done. So all the toggles are in, I've got them tightened down. So this should be good. This is in place, screwed in into this little piece that I've got where the hinge attaches. I've got a hole drilled right under there so I can feed in a phone wire so that I can then split it and I can tap into the screws that are already there to get everything wired in place. So next thing is I need to review emails from Jerry to make sure I remember which side of the layout he wants this on. I think it's near the oil company, but I need to verify. So I'm going to review the emails, and then I will be able to take this and it will fit underneath the layout. Again, I kind of talked about it, and I will be able to screw in 3 different locations and hold it in place. I was thinking of gluing it, but I decided, you know what, I'll screw it in. That way it's just easier to remove if there's ever a need to remove it. And that way, yeah, because if I glue it in, it's there forever. So I'll just screw it in place. It should be fine. There's enough support and material to get a good bite. So we'll go with that. Well, I think this is actually going to do it for this video. I'm at like 10 minutes. I've got a nice break here in what I'm going to be doing. You know, I'll get this attached. And I can open it up and I can start the wiring part. I've got some additional hardware I'm going to put in here once I get this in position so that I can do more with it. But I think on the next video, which hopefully will not be another 30 or 40 days, I will have trains running. You know, once I get this on and I start to do the wiring, it's going to go fairly quick, and we should have trains running on the next one. So with that, keep having fun on your layouts. Until next time. Well, one more short segment. Of course, I couldn't wait, so I have the panel mounted onto the layout. This is where Jerry wants it, down near Duke Oil spur. So everything's in place. It opens just fine. I will be able to start putting in the wiring. I'll be able to turn it up on its side and get started on this, but that will come in the next video. So with that, now I say keep having fun with your layouts. Until next time.